Thank you for coming to the Midas Tire Diner, where you can break your fast while we check your brakes. I'm Tucker. Would you like to try a scrumptious stack of pancakes cooked over a cigarette lighter?
Tucker, it's Teddy. You don't work here.
Sorry, caller, you're breaking up. It's...
Oh my god, Teddy, hi! What can I get you? Do you want some biscuits and
Tucker, save it. The police called me. You don't work here, and Midas doesn't serve breakfast.
They most certainly do now.
Tucker, you're in a lot of trouble. You can't just take over people's businesses for a video about peanut butter. We're still sorting through the lawsuits filed by Home Depot from when you took over a store to use the paint mixers to make milkshakes.
Teddy, I had to journey into the heart of breakfast to really understand peanut butter's role in it. I had to bring breakfast to people in a place where it's sorely needed but rarely found. I had to plumb the depths of the great
What
American...
you're doing is illegal, and when the owner finds out and calls their lawyers...
You want to talk to the owner? I'll get him. Jimmy! Teddy wants to talk to you.
What's your problem, kid?
I don't know, boss. This guy wants to talk to you.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Bear.
Jimmy, is it? Hi, I'm Teddy. I'm so sorry about this. I'll take Tucker home so you can get back to your work. Please send me the bill for any damage he did to the shop.
Are you kidding? This is great. Our sales are up. The customers are happy. At first, I didn't really like being locked in the utility closet, but then that Tucker guy comes in with a peanut butter French toast that was freaking delicious, and my guys are all working faster than I ever seen them work.
Told you.
Sir, I'm glad this hasn't hurt your business, but the police are involved.
Well, I didn't call them.
See, he didn't call the police, Teddy.
No, Tucker, you called the police. And you told them that the Pep Boys down the street is selling drugs. You can go to jail for false reports.
They're Jimmy's competition. With a name like Pep Boys, what do you think they're selling? Mentos the Fresh Maker?
You called the cops on Pep Boys? For my business? For me?
For breakfast, Jimmy. For breakfast. You're watching We Only Talk About Peanut Butter, the show devoted to all things made of, featuring, and flavored by
peanut butter!
I'm Tucker, and peanut butter is more than just a food. It's also a way to make friends. It's fall, peanutters, which is the time of year when days get shorter. People confidently pronounce the word foliage as foliage, and children are remanded back to the minimum security prison known as school. One thing for sure that any parent, student, or worker of the world needs is a good breakfast, and leaving aside DIY options like peanut butter on toast or bagels, on assorted fruit, in smoothies, or in oatmeal, peanut butter arrives within the phenomenological envelope known as breakfast in the following ways: in cereal, in breakfast bars, or in baked goods such as pancakes, waffles, or potentially muffins. It would be too big a buffet to try to taste all the peanut butter breakfast offerings in these three categories in one single episode, so for this video we're going to select 2 items from each category that will battle it out for breakfast bragging rights. Consider this the first of this kind of peanut butter breakfast review shows. So get out the bowls, grab the syrup, don't hit me too hard with the butter, and let's wake the up together with some breakfast. But before we do that, leave us a like! First category, cereal. While I do love a good cereal, I wouldn't consider myself an expert on it the way I would with peanut butter. But luckily for us, Alex, better known as Cerealsly, the YouTube authority on cereal, is here as the first ever guest of We Only Talk About Peanut Butter to help us crunch through the details of who and what makes a great bowl of this stuff. Cerealsly is a weekly show that gives serious attention to and serious reviews of all kinds of cereals. So Alex, what makes cereal a superior breakfast food over stuff like waffles or eggs or whatever?
Not many people have a favorite scrambled eggs memory, but almost everyone has a favorite cereal memory.
What are the qualities that make a really good cereal?
Great cereals master 3 things. Number 1, texture. Number 2, flavor. And number 3, the swallowing experience.
Last question. Do you find peanut butter is more or less challenging to get right as a cereal flavor than other flavors?
Peanut butter is a strange case for cereals because I feel like it should be a slam dunk, but it's not. I think perfect cereal flavors are that blend of the savory and the sweet, the salty and the sweet, which is exactly what peanut butter is. And yet I feel like cereals have really struggled with that over the years. Some of them don't taste like peanut butter at all. I think they could be great, but I think we're still waiting for the perfect peanut butter cereal.
First up, Reese's Puffs. We've tangoed with the Reese's brand a few times before in previous videos, and we've even slightly taken on Reese's Puffs in a previous episode when we reviewed Reese's Puffs treats. The treats didn't fare well since they became a sugar bomb with all the components of the treat, but we decided to give the original cereal an honest try on its own. I'm sure many of us had hopes when looking at a box of Reese's Puffs that the flavor would be like pouring yourself a bowl of actual Reese's Cups to slurp up with some cold milk. Unfortunately, that's not what it is at all. The classic version of the cereal comes with 2 different flavored puffs, chocolate and peanut butter, but both of these puffs kind of taste predominantly of corn. There's sort of a slight suggestion of peanut butter flavor that does bloom in milk, but not that much. This isn't doing much to deliver a peanut butter experience, and it definitely doesn't successfully translate peanut butter cups to a cereal context. It's missing salt, maybe it's missing bitter notes that the chocolate usually delivers in the actual peanut butter cups. I don't know. Anyway, the cereal is fine. It's not a bad taste at all. I just want more peanut butter flavor, which is why the official rating for Reese's Puffs cereal is 1 nut out of 5. Teddy, don't blow smoke at us. What do you think?
I was promised peanut butter cups.
Now for a quick bonus tasting, the next cereal is Reese's Puffs Peanut Butter Lovers. This cereal features just the peanut butter puffs, and it's meant to pay homage to the limited edition Reese's Ultimate All Peanut Butter Cup, which by the way is just a vision of perfection. This cereal, however, unsurprisingly doesn't live up to the source material, and in general it doesn't appreciably taste more peanut buttery even without the chocolate puffs. It's okay, it's not great. Official rating 1 nut out of 5. Teddy, my ultimate is ready! That was for the gamers. That was for you guys.
I don't taste the difference.
Last cereal, Cap'n Crunch Peanut Butter Crunch. Yo ho ho! The Cap'n has been prolific in churning out cereal flavors over the decades, and Peanut Butter Crunch has been a mainstay in his crew for much of that time. When I have to stop. To be clear, cereals in general don't really pack as much of a peanut butter punch as I'd like, but Peanut Butter Crunch does seem to succeed where Reese's Puffs struggles. When I opened the box, I could really smell more peanut butter already, and when I tasted it, I definitely got more nuttiness. This is probably due to the fact that the Cap'n is using oats and corn as opposed to Reese's Puffs, which is just corn. The peanut butter flavor also bloomed more in the milk, and it just generally tasted more solidly peanut buttery. I'd love for old Cappy to give us more peanut butter in this, just like I ask for with everything, but this is a cereal. It's not going to be like a candy or a cookie, so that being said, it definitely provides at least a pleasing experience. This crunch is worth a try in your own galleys. Okay, I'm sorry, that's enough of that accent. Official rating 2 out of 5 nuts. Teddy, give us your opinion, no cap.
A cereal I actually like.
Next category, breakfast bars. We're spoiled for choice when it comes to these portable morning treats that take breakfast away from your kitchen table or your breakfast nook. And take it into the streets with the people. To get us rolling in this category, we decided to first focus on 2 brands' versions of the crunchy type of peanut butter granola bars. You know, the ones that break apart into a galaxy of dust, as demonstrated in a plethora of memes. First up, Nature Valley Crunchy Peanut Butter Granola Bars. I've been wanting to talk about these things for a while because they're so reliably good. Yes, they kind of become a mechanical exfoliant because the crumbs will just end up on your skin somehow no matter how meticulously you try to eat them. These are crunchy granola bars that have been kind of rubbed somehow with peanut butter, or the peanut butter is kind of baked on, but it can also kind of rub off. They want to have it both ways, and I'm gonna let them. This also might literally be their oats and honey granola bar, just slightly smeared with peanut butter, but it works. Honestly, the peanut butter carries through the entire bite, and the honey also coaxes the flavor along and highlights the salt content of both the oats and the peanut butter. Part of me, the greedy peanut butter addict part of me, really wants to deny these folks a perfect rating, but I realize that in context, this granola bar is truly balanced and makes me appreciate the peanut butter in the bar because of the restraint that they show, which is why Nature Valley Crunchy Peanut Butter Granola Bars gets an official rating of 5. That's right, 5 out of 5 nuts. Teddy, is this the happy valley for you?
Worth all those crumbs.
Next up, Kodiak Crunchy Peanut Butter Granola Bars. Their company name sounds like the name of a child of one of my fellow millennials.
Kodiak, stop hitting Alkaline. That's your sister. I will turn this car around and I will buy you a new toy.
Kodiak started out as Kodiak Cakes, based in Utah, specializing in quote-unquote heirloom FlapJack mix. Since then, they've grown as a company and are now kind of trying to position their products to be higher protein versions of their competitors' offerings. Here's the problem that arises when companies start trying to inject protein into stuff. It usually makes the flavor suck. Listen, I get it. I lift weights. I understand wanting to really hit your macros, stay on your diet, and also sort of have your carbs and eat them too. With that being said, it seems like the flavor of many of these protein-enriched foods is designed specifically for people who are primarily eating boiled or baked chicken and brown rice all day. So you could literally take the bark off a tree, dust it in whey or casein powder, and give it to these folks, and it will taste like a flavor bonanza to them. Back to Kodiak's Crunchy Peanut Butter Granola Bars. Without getting mired in macronutrients, these boast just a bit more protein than the Nature Valley granola bars, but it comes at the cost of flavor. There's not much peanut butter to be had here, really, but I sure as hell can taste the protein isolates they mixed into the granola, so if you can't get enough chalky top notes in your oats, Kodiak has you covered. Here's the thing, it's not terrible. The inherent granola of it all rescues this bar from being inedible, and there's a faint gesture of peanut butter that can be found along with some honey flavor. The protein isolate didn't mess up the crunch of the granola, which is good, but it definitely dulled or competed with the peanut butter, which is why Kodiak's Crunchy Peanut Butter Granola Bars get an official rating of 1 nut out of 5. Teddy, can you spot me?
I'm sensing diet food.
We've got one more breakfast category to sample, but before we do that, now would be a good time to subscribe. Now back to the video. Final category, baked goods. This category is obviously jam-packed with options to rate just like the others, but what would our first peanut butter breakfast episode be without a review of peanut butter pancakes or pancake-like products? Pancakes make me think of all-you-can-eat pancake breakfasts, which are absolutely one of my most favorite things. And show me someone who doesn't want to eat never-ending pancakes until you're wheeled out on a gurney. If pancake breakfasts were a multi-level marketing scheme like Herbalife or LuLaRoe or Pampered Chef or David's Bridal or Crumble Cookies, I would be at the grand supreme tier in recruitment. Like, if I don't even like you, I'm gonna bring you to a pancake breakfast because they're fucking amazing. First up, Reese's Puffs Peanut Butter Pancakes. I had a lot of concerns about these before I made them, partly because, as you saw earlier in this video, Reese's Puffs aren't really the fountain of flavor when it comes to peanut butter. I wasn't sure how much these pancakes were going to lean on the cereal to punctuate the peanut butter taste, and I was afraid these were basically going to be regular buckwheat or buttermilk pancakes with just some errant Reese's Puffs strewn over the top. The make-at-home instructions are simple. It just calls for adding milk or water and then giving the batter a good mix, and so that's what I gave it, and upon stirring it all up, I could really smell the peanut butter coming off the batter, which was a great sign. I flung the pancakes into the buttered frying pan and let them cook per package instructions. Then I plated them, buttered them, glazed them with syrup because why the hell not? And then I dressed them with the Reese's Puffs that were provided. Once a forkful of these pancakes hit my tongue, my earlier concerns about their flavor melted like the butter on these hotcakes. These are really good. The pancakes are nicely balanced between salty and sweet, between peanut butter and the wheat or grain taste of the pancakes. They taste like pancakes, but with a really well-developed peanut butter flavor. They're not too sweet, so the maple syrup actually helps to bring out the peanut butter flavor even more. The cereal absolutely does nothing for these, although I will say the cereal they provided with this mix actually tastes better than the cereal I had tasted from the cereal box earlier in this episode, which is Cuckoo Pants, but maybe the cereal for these pancakes was done by a different manufacturer? We rarely see peanut butter actually incorporated into pancakes commercially, so the stakes for these cakes were pretty high, and I have to say, Reese's really delivered. If you're a peanut butter lover and a pancake lover, you should at least give these a try. The balance, the really lovely nuttiness, and the success in making pancakes a peanut butter thing gets Reese's Puffs Peanut Butter Pancakes an official rating of 4 nuts out of 5. Teddy, butter wouldn't melt in your mouth.
Salty and sweet pancakes? Delicious.
Last item today, Kodiak's FlapJack Chocolate Peanut Butter Power Cup. This pancake product, the Power Cup, sounds like an athletic supporter, and I think that's the flavor profile they were going for too. Yeah, folks, if you're eating, you're gonna wanna stop eating for this review because it's gonna get real. This was disgusting. So basically, it's like a mug cake that's meant to be reminiscent of a pancake that's allegedly chocolate and peanut butter flavored. The way these things work is you toss a quarter cup of water in the power cup, jam it in the microwave, and in a minute, the power is yours. And by power, I do mean nausea. I'm sorry, this is so bad. First of all, chocolate isn't even the concern of this channel, but this is an insult to chocolate lovers everywhere, and their children, and their children's children, and their ancestors. It tastes like a cup of carob, which is basically a chocolate substitute you'd find in health food stores in the 1990s, where people would eat corkboard and sawdust and act like it was the best trail mix money could buy. Abominable. And the peanut butter they think they're serving? I don't think. They threw some tiny peanut butter chips into this carob flavored concoction that basically sink to the bottom. So if you haven't dry heaved from the first couple of bites, you might find them, so good luck. They don't taste of peanut butter. They don't taste like much of anything. They don't help the so-called chocolate flavor, and they don't do anything to improve the texture or eating experience, which is why Kodiak's FlapJack Chocolate Peanut Butter Power Cup gets an official rating of 0 out of 5 nuts. Teddy, let's combine our powers to summon something that tastes better.
I'm offended by their use of bears for this.
Well, Peanutters, together, we went to the brink for this first round of peanut butter breakfast reviews. I'll be hearing from Pep Boy's attorneys, and we launched an entirely new breakfast concept. If I had to have a peanut butter pick of the day, I'd give it to Reese's Puffs Peanut Butter Pancakes. They were unexpected, fluffy, flavorful, and flippin' delicious. But for today, that's all the peanut butter bon mot we have. Are you a peanut butter lover? Tell us about your favorite treats in the comments. Leave us a like on the video, and subscribe for more peanut butter content saturation. Thanks for watching.